Students, we are given this question. A father said to his son, I was as old as you are at present, at the time of your birth. If the father's age is 40 years now, find the age of the son 7 years ago. So, the solution to this question is obtained as follows. Foremost, I would start by assigning, let the son's present age be equal to x years. Okay. Now, the required equation that we would need to connect the father's age with his son's age is as follows. It's given that the father's present age is 40 years. So from it, we have to subtract the son's age. When we do that, when we take away his son's present age, then that would leave us with the age of the son, because of the fact that the father tells to the son that I was as old as you are at present at the time of your birth. Because of that statement, this is the required equation. So moving x to the right, we would get 2x is equal to 40. I can rewrite this as 2x is equal to 40. Therefore, x is equal to 40 divided by 2, which is 20. So, the present age of the son is 20 years. Okay, but we are asked to find the age of the son 7 years ago. So 7 years ago means we have to subtract from 27. So that means 13 years is the right answer to this question. So we have given this next question. In 20 years, A will be twice as old as B was 5 years ago. If A is now 15 years older than B, find the present age of B. So to solve this question, let us start off by assuming let the present age of B be equal to x. Now this means the present age of A will be then the present age of A would be, now it clearly says A is now 15 years older than B. So that means this will be the present age of A. Now the question also says in 20 years, A's age will be twice as old as B was 5 years ago. So this equation would be written as follows. X positive 15 in 20 years time, and that should be equated with twice the age of B 5 years ago. So that's going to be x negative 5. So this should be the equation that we would be used. So we will be using this equation to solve. So that's going to be x positive 15 positive 20 equal to 2x negative 10. I move the x to this side, I move negative 10 to the left. That's going to be 15 positive 20 would give me 35, and to that I need to add 10. Of course, when I move x to the right, it's going to become negative x. So I would get 45 is equal to x, which means x is 45. Now this is the age of B. So clearly from this we can see that this implies that B's age is 45 years. So that is the solution that we need. Now we are given the next question. In this question we are given that the total age of A and B is 20 years more than the total age of B and C. Now we are asked to find the age of C. Okay, in other words, we are asked to find by how many years C is younger than A. So the required equation that we would need to solve this question would be A and B's total age is 20 years more than the total age of B plus C. That means if I were to take away from A plus B the total age of B plus C, then that should give me 20. In other words, the difference of the total age of A plus B and B plus C should be equated to 20. Okay, that should be the equation. So if I were to remove the parenthesis, it's going to be A plus B, negative C. Now B and positive B and negative B can be cancelled, thereby leaving me with A negative C is equal to 20. So clearly the difference between the age of A and C is 20. So this means C is, or I would say C is younger by 20 years. Okay, so A is older to C by 20 years. That's the other way of giving a representation to this conclusion. So that is the solution to this question. Students, we are given the next question. The age of a man is 5 times the age of his son. 5 years ago, the man was 9 times old as the son was at that time. Find the present age of the man and the son. So we would start off by assigning, let the age of the son be equal to X. Now the age of the man is 5 times the age of the son. So therefore the man's age will be equal to 5 times X. Okay. Now it's given that 5 years ago the man's age 5 years ago, okay, is 9 times the age of his son. Okay, so you need to have this as the relevant equation. Now from here I can clearly write this as 5x negative 5 is equal to 9x negative 45. I can move 45 to the left, that would be plus 45. I got a negative 5 here. I've got a 9x there. I'm going to move this positive 9x to the right. That would make it to be negative. 9x negative 5x would give me 4x. On the left I would have 40. So this would mean 4x is equal to 40. Therefore x is equal to 40 over 4, which means 10. So x is equal to 10. So it means, this means the age of the son is 10 years. The age of the man is 5 times 10, which is 50 years. So that completes the solution to this question. Students, we are given the question, the sum of the present age of the father along with the son is given to be equal to 70. Now 5 years ago the father's age was 4 times the age of the son. So we are asked to find the age of the son now. So we would start off by assuming the following. Let the present age of the son be equal to x. Let the present age of the father be equal to 70 negative x. So this means the age of the son added with the age of the father would give us 70. So that's why I am taking this to be the required equation. Okay. Now the question says 5 years ago the father's age. So the age of the father 5 years ago is equal to actually 4 times the age of the son. So 4 times age of the son. So this is the required system. We got to solve the system. So from here I can rewrite this to be as 70 negative x negative 5 is equal to 4x negative 20. I move the x to this side. I would get 4x positive x here, and this would be 70 negative 5 would give me 65. I move the 20 to this side, so that would be positive 20. I would have 85 is equal to 5x. So therefore x is equal to 85 by 5. 5 divides 8 one time, 3 is there, that gives me 17. So the value of x is 17, and this means the son's age is 17 years and the father's age is going to be 70 negative 17, right? So that would mean his father's age would be 53 years. Okay, so that completes the solution.
Students, we are given this question. The ratio of the present ages of P and Q is given to be as 4:5. Now, 7 years ago, the ratio of the ages were found to be 7:9. Now, we are expected to find their present ages. So, how are we going to do this question? So, foremost, we know that the ratio is given. So, what is given? Given the ratio of ages of P and Q to be 4:5. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this assumption. Let the age of P be equal to 4x. Next, let the age of Q be equal to 5x. Now the question says 7 years ago, okay, 7 years ago their ages were in the ratio of 7:9. So this would mean 4x negative 7 to 5x negative 7 were in the ratio of 7:9. So from here we can rewrite this as 4x negative 7 divided by 5x negative 7 is equal to 7/9. We cross multiply, we get 9 times 4x negative 7 is equal to 7 times 5x negative 7. Now 9 times 4 is 36x, negative 9 times 7 is 63, 7 times 5 is 35x, and 7 times 7 is 49. I move this 35x to the left, so it's going to be 36x negative 35x is equal to, I move this 63 on the right, 63 negative 49. Now 36x negative 35x would give me x. Now 63 negative 49, so that's going to be, you need to carry out 1, that's 13. 13 negative 9 would give me 4. 5 negative 4 would give me 1. So x is equal to 14. You've got this. So therefore the age of P we started by saying age of P is 4. So 4 times of 14, 4 times 4, 4 4s are 16, 1, 4 ones are 4, 5, 56 years. And the age of Q is 5 times X, so 5 times 14. 5 4s are 22, 5 ones are 5, 6, 7, 70 years. So this is the final answer to the question. Students were given this question. The average age of a group of 10 students, okay, is found to be 20 years. So this is the average age. Now 5 more students are added to the group. Okay, so the average age increases by 1 year. So that means it becomes 21 years. This is what is given. So they are asking us to find the average age of the new students. So this is required. Find the average age of new students. So this is the requirement that we have to find. Now this is given. What is given? Given the average age of 10 students. Okay, this is given to us. So what is that? That is 20. So from this we have to obtain the solution to this question. So this means the total age of 10 students will be 10 multiplied with 20, that's 200. Okay, 200 years. This is the total age of 10 students. So now we have got 15 students. Okay, so the total age of 15 students, that's going to be 15 multiplied by, the average age goes up by 1 year, so that means 21. Okay, so we have to multiply 15 students with 21. So that would give us, so let us find out what happens. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 1, 2. So this is equal to 315 years. Okay, so therefore the average age of 5 students, we need to know that, right? To know that, we subtract 315 minus 200. So that is going to give us 115. So we are expected to find the average age. So that means we need to divide this by 5. So that's going to be 5 twos are 10, carry 1 and you get 3 there. The required answer is 23 years. Okay, so that is the final solution for the question. Students, let's do this question. We are given that the P's age after 20 years will be 2 times his age 10 years back. So what is the present age of P? So foremost, let us assume, let the present age of P be equal to X. Okay, then this would mean P's age after 20 years will be X plus 20. Okay, then P's age before 5 years or before 10 years, okay, is age, it's given that is age 10 years back. Okay, so P's age 10 years back, 10 years ago, will be X minus 10. Now we have to connect these two systems. Okay, these two expressions has to be connected. So how do we connect? So it is given that P's age after 20 years will be 2 times his age 10 years back. 2 times his age 10 years back. So this is the way we have to connect. So after we have connected, we have to evaluate this. So how are we going to do that? Just remove the parenthesis. So this is going to be x positive 20 is equal to 2x negative 20. Now move the x to the left and that would mean we would now have, on the left it's going to be 20, on the right it's going to be 2x negative x. Now we are moving this negative 20 to the other side, so that would mean positive 20. So 40 will be equal to 2x negative x, that's going to be x. So this would mean the present age of P, will be 40 years. So that completes the solution for this question. Students, in this question we are given a very interesting statement. It reads as follows: I am 5 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are, says a man to his son. Find out the present age of the man and the son if the sum of the ages is 80 years. Okay, so this is a very good question. So how are we going to do that? So we would start by assuming the following. Let the present age of the man be equal to x, and next let the present age of his son be equal to y. Now what is given? It is given that x positive y is equal to 80. So from here we can say that y is equal to 80 negative x. So this expression is possible to write. Now this statement, I am 5 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are. So how do we write this statement? It is written as follows. This is the man's age. This is equal to 5 times the age of the son minus x negative y. So this is the way you have to write this statement. Okay. Now this would directly lead you to the solution for this question. Now removing the parenthesis or rewriting this first. So this is going to be y negative x positive y, which is going to be y, in fact it's going to be 5 times of 2y negative x. So I have got this. Now I'm going to substitute this. So if I were to take this as 2 and take this as 3, substituting 2 in 3 we get. So what do we get when we do that? So this is going to be x is equal to 5 of 2 times of 80 negative x. This is for y, followed by negative x. So that's going to be 5 times of 2 times 80 gives you 160 negative 2x negative x, and you got an x here. 5 times of 160, 5 times 6 is 33, 5 times of 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 800 negative 2x negative x, that's 3x, 3x times 5, that was going to give you 15x. So you get 15x and there is a x on the left. Now move this 15x, which has a negative sign, to the left. So that's going to be x positive 15x is equal to 800. I'm using this space here. So 16x is equal to 800. So x is equal to 800 divided by 16. So that is clearly 5 times, right? 5 times 6 will give you 33, 5 ones of 5, 6, 7, 8. So I would have a 5 here and a 0 followed. So x is equal to 50. So this is the age of the man. Okay, the man's age is 50 years, and his son's age is, from 80 you subtract 50, you get 30. So this is the solution for this question. Students, in this question we are given the sum of the present age of two people, A and B, to be as 80. So we can write that expression. the age of A and B together is given to be as 80 years, and A is thrice the age of B. We are expected to find the age 3 years hence. So the meaning of the word hence means after 3 years. Now we would be using equation 2 in 1. So that would mean I need to substitute in place of A 3B. So that would give me 3B added with B is equal to 8A. So from here I would get 4B is equal to 80. So B is equal to 80 divided by 4. Therefore the value of B is 20. Now A plus B is 80. So this would mean my A's age is going to be equal to 60. We can also write down the age of B. B's age is going to be equal to 20. Now 3 years after, 3 years hence, what happens? So A's age would be 60 plus 3, that's 63. And B's age would be 20 plus 3, that's 23. And their sum is going to be 6 and 8. So their sum is going to be 86 years. So this is the solution for this question. Students, in this question we are given the average age of a class. Okay, let us write that down. The average age of a class is given to be as 18 years. Okay, and the average age of boys in the class is given to be the average age of boys is given to be as 19 years, and the average age of girls is given to be as 16 years. We are asked to find the ratio of boys to girls. This is required. Now let us start by assuming let the number of boys be equal to X and the number of girls be equal to Y. So let us start the assumption like in that manner. So let the number of boys be equal to X. Let the number of girls be equal to Y. Total students is equal to X added with Y. Now what is given? We are given that the average age is 18 years. So that would mean X positive Y is equal to 18. And we have given the average age of boys is 19. So that's going to be 19 times X positive. Average age of girls is 16. 16 times Y. So we have to simplify this. So this would give us 18 times X positive 18 times Y is equal to 19 times X positive 16 times Y. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the quantities, right? So I'm going to move X on this side and Y on this side. So that would give me 16Y negative positive 18Y, this is on the left, is equal to 19X on the right negative 18X. Okay, now negative 16Y added with 18Y. I'm going to use this space here. So this is going to be 2Y is equal to, and 19X negative 18X, that's going to be just X. Okay, so the ratio of X over Y, that is going to be X divided by Y is going to be 2:1. Okay, so this is what we have got. So what is the meaning of this? That means for every 2 boy in the class, there is one girl. So we can conclude that. So therefore, the ratio of boys to girls is 2:1. So that completes the solution to this question. Students, in this question we are given the age of R and S to be in the proportion of 3:5. Okay, and 10 years later, okay, after 10 years, their age is given to be in the proportion of 4:5, and we are asked to find the age of R and age of S. So we start off by saying let the age of R be equal to 3x and let the age of S be equal to 5x. So this is the present age. Okay, we are only dealing with the present age because this is what is given, right? So just to be clear about that. Now 10 years later, so after 10 years, so what happens after 10 years? So you have got 3x positive 10 and 5x positive 10, and that is given in the ratio of 4:5. You cross multiply, you get 5 times of 3x positive 10 is equal to 4 times of 5x positive 10. This is what you get. From here you get 15x positive 50 is equal to 20x positive 40. I move 40 to the left, I get negative 40, so that's going to be 50 negative 40. I move 15x to the right, so that's going to be 20x negative 15x. 20x negative 15x is going to be 5x. 15 negative 40 is going to be 10. So I'm using the space here. So this means I get 5x is equal to 10 and x is equal to 10 divided by 5, which means x is equal to 2. So therefore the present age of R is 3 times x, so 3 times 2 is 6 years, and the present age of S is 5 times x, so 5 times 2, that's equal to 10 years. So this is the solution to this question. Students, we are given this question. A person's present age is 2/5 the age of his mother. After 10 years, he will be 1/2 of the age of his mother. How old is the son at present? So what we would do is we would start off by assuming let the age of the mother be equal to x years. Okay, x years. Now the age of the son is 2/5 the age of the mother. So mother's age is x and the son's age is 2/5 the mother's age. Now 10 years later, the age of the son is 1/2 the mother's age. So this is the equation you have to get, or you should get. Now we are solving this. I am cross multiplying the left with the 2 there, so that's going to be 2 times of 2 over 5 times x positive 10 is equal to x positive 10 on the right. This would give me 4 times x over 5 positive 20 is equal to x positive 10. I'm moving 10 to the left and 4x over 5 to the right. So that would give me, I'm using the space here, 20 negative 10 is equal to x negative 4x over 5. I'm taking the LCM, 5, so that's going to be 5x negative 4x. On the left, I get 10. 5x negative 4x would give me x divided by 5. On the left, it's 10. So you cross multiply, this would give you x to be equal to 50. So the age of the mother is 50 years and the age of the son is 2/5 the age of the mother. So 5 divides 50, 10 times 2 times 10 gives you 20 years. So this completes the solution for this question. Students, we are given this question. If 8 years are subtracted from the present age of P and the remainder is divided by 20, then the present age of P's grandson Q is obtained. If Q is 2 years younger to R, whose age is 10 years, then what is the present age of P? Now, we are given one information. So, what is that information? We are given that Q's age is 2 years younger to the age of R. Now, that means R's age minus 2 would give us Q's age. Now, R's age is given as 10. So, 10 minus 2 is going to be 8 years. Now, this is the age of Q. This is Q's age. So, this information we have got. Now, from the question, I'm using the space here. 8 is subtracted from P's age. So, how am I going to handle this statement? So, I will start off by saying, let the age of P be equal to X. So, from P's age, 8 is subtracted, right, from the present age of P, and the remainder is divided by 20, and we get the age of P's grandson, which is Q, and that is going to be equated to 8. So if we were to multiply, so cross multiplying, we would get x negative 8 is equal to 8 times 20 would give us 160. I move 8 to the other side, negative 8 would become positive, so x is going to be 160 positive 8, which is 168 years. Okay, so the age of P, so therefore the age of P is the grandfather of Q, so the age of P is 168 years. So that completes the solution to this question. Students, we are given this question. The ratio of ages of A and B is given to be as 3:4. The total of their ages is 3.5 decades. Okay, so 3.5 decades would mean 1 decade is 10 years. So you multiply by 10, 3.5, that would be 35 years. Okay. Now the proportion of the ages after 0.6 decades are asked. So 0.6 times 10 is nothing but 6 years. So you are expected to find the proportion of the age after 6 years. So I'm going to be starting with the following assumption. So let the present age of A be equal to, it's 3:4, right? So it's going to be 3x years. And let the present age of of B be equal to 4x years. So therefore the total of the ages is 3.5 decades, so that's 35 years. So this means 3x added with 4x gives me 35 years. So from this 7x is equal to 35. This means x is equal to 35 divided by 7, which is equal to 5 years. So x is equal to 5 years. This is what we have got. So this means A's present age is 3 times x. So 3 times 5 is 15 years. And B's present age is going to be 4 times 5, which is equal to 20 years. Okay, so this is the present age, but we are asked to find after 6 years what is going to be the ratio. So that would mean A's age to B's age, and after 6 years, this is the ratio that is needed. So this is going to be 21 is to 26. Can we reduce it? We can't reduce it because this quantity is an odd number, this quantity is even, and there aren't any common tables that we can use to reduce this. So this is the final solution for this question. Students were given this question. 10 years ago, Guru was R times as old as Ben was. If Guru is now 20 years old, how old is Ben in terms of R? So let us make the following assumption. Let the age of Guru be equal to G. Let the age of Ben be equal to B. So we are made these two assumptions. Okay. Now 10 years ago, Guru was R times, so G minus 10. Guru was R times as old as Ben. So this is the equation that we need to have. Now it is also given that if Guru is now 20 years, okay, if Guru is now 20 years, how old is Ben in terms of R? So Guru is given to be as 20 years. So if I were to take this as 1, therefore I can rewrite 1 to be as 20 negative 10 is equal to R times of B negative 10. This is 10 is equal to R times B negative R times 10. Okay, but in fact we don't need to remove the parenthesis for this. Okay, so I'm just keeping it as it is, R of B negative 10, and moving R down. So this will be 10 over R is equal to B negative 10. So move this 10 this side. So this is going to be 10 over R positive 10 is equal to B. I can write it taking R as the LCM. So that's going to be 10 positive 10 times R is equal to B. So this is the required expression you need to have for this question. Students were given this question. A is younger than B by 8 years. If the ratio of their age is 8:9, find the age of A. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by making the following assumption. Let the age of B be equal to X years. Therefore, A's age is going to be x negative 8. Okay. Now it says the ratio of the ages is 8:9. So this means the ratio of the ages of A to B. Okay, that is the understanding. So using that concept, or I would say using that statement, the ratio of the ages are given to be 8:9. We would have to have this equation, x negative 8 over x is equal to 8:9. Now cross multiplying, we would get, I'm using the space here, 9 times of x negative 8 is equal to 8 times x. So this means 9x negative 72 is equal to 8x. I move 72 to the right and 8x to the left. I would get 9x negative 8x is equal to 72. So from here x is equal to 72. So this means the age of B is 72 years and the age of A is 72 minus 8. That is going to be 64 years. So this completes the solution for this question. Students were given this question. 10 years ago, Ajay's age was 4 over 3 times the age of Sudhir. So this is 10 years ago. Okay, so let us write that statement. And this is 10 years ago, and 10 years later, okay, 10 years ends. This is ends. Ajay's age will be 5 over 4 times the age of Sudhir. So we are given these two information. So let us write the expression for this information and convert it into an equation and then solve the equation. So I am going to start by assigning, let the age of Ajay be equal to A years. Let the age of Sudhir be equal to S years or SH years. Okay, so I have got these two informations, okay, Ajay and Sudhir. So let me, just for the sake of continuation, or I would say for a better understanding, let me write it as SR, okay, Sudhir. Now, 10 years ago, Ajay's age is equal to 4 over 3 times Sudhir's age. Okay, Sudhir's age. So it's going to be minus, right? Okay, now 10 years ends. So 10 years ends. Ajay's age will be 5 over 4 times the age of Sudhir. So we have got two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, and we are expected to solve it and then find the present age of Ajay. So from 1, I'm using the space here, I can rewrite this to be as 3a negative 30 is equal to 4 times SR negative 40. And from 2, in fact, I can also further rewrite this as 3a negative 4 times SR is equal to negative 40 positive 30, which is 3a negative 4 times SR is equal to negative 10. So I have got this as one system. Now from 2, I can rewrite this as 4a positive 40 is equal to 5 times SR positive 50. So from here 4a negative 5 times SR is equal to negative 40, positive 50, which is going to be 4a negative 5 times SR is equal to 10. So this is my equation 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take equation 3 and multiply it by 4, take equation 4 multiplied by 3. So when I do this, this is going to be 12a negative 16 SR is equal to negative 40. This one will be 12a negative 15 SR is equal to 30. Change the sign, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, and this would be negative SR. Okay, this is 16R, positive 15R. This is going to be negative SR is equal to negative, two negatives, they add up together, negative 70. So this means SR is equal to positive 70. SR is positive 70, and we need to get Ajay's age. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use 3. So using 3, we get 3 times a negative 4 times of 70 is equal to negative 10. So 3a negative 280 is equal to negative 10. So 3a is equal to negative 10 positive 280, that's going to be 270. 3a is equal to 270, therefore a is 270 divided by 3. 3 divides 27, 9 3s are, and a is 90. So we have got the value that's requested by the question, and that completes the solution to this question.